Here is Michelle Obama. She is in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, at the African First Ladies Summit, which is being moderated by Cokie Roberts of ABC News. And she's talking to both First Lady Michelle Obama and Laura Bush. And they were talking about life in the White House.
There are prison elements to it, but it's a really nice prison.
But with a chef.
You can't complain.
The prisoner, she's living in a prison. Let's free her. Let's get her out of there on an early parole.
Now, if you listened to Limbaugh and other right-wing haters of Michelle Obama, you would have no idea that it was actually Cokie Roberts who brought up the prison thing, and that Cokie Roberts was actually quoting our First Lady, Martha Washington, who wrote this in a letter about living in the White House. I think I am more like a state prisoner than anything else. Here is what Michelle Obama actually said.
You have an opportunity to speak to your passions and to really design and be very strategic about the issues you care most about. And I've just found it just a very freeing and liberating opportunity.
No state prisoner?
No, there are prison elements to it, but it's a really nice prison.
But with a chef.
You can't complain.
Here's more of what Michelle Obama said today about her life in the White House.
I am a very opinionated person, as my husband will tell you. But in these jobs, when the stress is so much and there's so much coming at them, I've come to realize that there has to be a soft place to land. There has to be a place where they walk in that door and they are no one else but dad or sweetheart. And the opposite is true, that sometimes for our sanity, I don't want to get involved in everything that he's doing, because as First Lady, there's our role is to keep people up. The presidents have to make all the hard calls, and sometimes the nation needs somebody that's just going to say, it's going to be okay.
Joining me now, Washington Post political reporter Nia Malika Henderson. Nia, I feel I have to issue a note to our audience about the language of Rush Limbaugh. He calls her, as regular listeners to Limbaugh's program know, he calls her Michelle Obama because he believes that she encourages Americans to mooch off of the federal government. That's where that particular usage comes from. But I think what we saw in that video with Laura Bush is why Michelle Obama's popularity ratings are so very high.
That's right, and why she's been on the cover of every magazine, why she's such a hit on those late night shows, and why her approval ratings are sky high. She is the most popular Democrat in the country. There's no doubt about that. That whole session was about 40 minutes, and as you showed there, Limbaugh and some of the folks on the right wing wanted to pick out that little bit about the prison system, but it was really this 40-minute long conversation that she was having with Laura Bush, all about the importance of educating women and what that means for these different countries all across the world, including in America.
And these are the two first ladies and the two presidents, Bush and Obama, who have paid more attention to the African continent than any of their predecessors. Let's take a look at this picture that the first lady put on Instagram of Malia, she and Malia at a girls' school in Senegal. I think we can get it up there. Yeah, there we are. And that, Nia, is really what this trip is about for Michelle Obama. I was just there a week before she was in visiting girls' schools in Africa. Also, a very, very important issue there, girls' education.
That's right. Girls' education, encouraging leadership, encouraging girls to really strive and take up the leadership of their nation. And I think we're going to see more of this from Michelle Obama going forward as she tries to figure out how she leaves a lasting legacy beyond the White House.
Nia Malika Henderson, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm sorry we ran out of time so quickly. We used it up on some of those earlier discussions in the program. Thanks, Nia.